Peace. Appreciate everybody for coming, like, follow, share, and subscribe to your boy, DJ Vision. Getting right into it. We not waiting and stalling and all that. Every single day I do a new video. We getting right into it. I'll be getting more people in as I begin to play this. And if you're catching up or you're late, just watch it again. And if you do need a recap and you're just coming in and you do want to watch a little bit of what I'm playing, I'll replay a little bit, or I'll give you a recap on what's going on and some commentary. But let's get right on into this.
First of all, we don't need to talk about nothing. You're gonna let our troops out, or we're gonna make this thing into a parking lot. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna make this to a ground beef parking lot. If that's what you want to do, we coming over here. We getting our troops out. We're gonna let y'all be. One eyebrow get plucked and everybody's dead. That's what if I was the commander, that's what I would be saying. You let American stub a toe and everybody's pancakes. Everybody, we flatlining your whole squad. Everybody's gone.
Everybody.
We're gonna hit a bomb and whoever is in it, that's it. That's what if I was the commander in chief, that's what I would say. I would say you let a toenail get scratched from an American citizen trying to get out of this country while we're making our moves, then your whole squad is taking my pillows. They're gonna have as many versions as they can get. Y'all finna have a whole party. The whole squad gonna be up there with them 70 versions or whatever they get when they take that L. I don't know why we can't talk like that. Now, of course, I'm exaggerating to a certain degree, but I don't know why we can't get on the world stage and say, listen, I've already communicated with the Taliban. We don't negotiate with terrorists. However, we're trying to give them, we done. We're not going to be over there forever. We're done. We're going to remove our troops from over there. We cannot pick Captain Saber. We're not going to save y'all. We're going to get at all of our Americans. We're going to get at all of our allies. If you scratch, if a hair get brushed the wrong way, then we coming for y'all. There's going to be bye-bye baby. That's what's going to happen. Why can't we come out and say that and keep it real and like really do something like Trump used to do? No, that's why we had no problems with foreign relations. Soleimani, the top dude. You talking about the top dude. Soleimani took an L and Trump didn't care. Elizabeth, thanks so much for the super chat. Soleimani took an L for the channel, my friend. Sweet T, good to see you again. Biden and his entire administration have committed treason. I'm a surviving military spouse and a mother of an active duty Marine. American people need to stand up 100%, and thank you for being there and supporting your Marines. What if they were terrorists what if they want terrorists in U.S. soil? Then come martial law nationwide, no more constitution. Well, you know what? I got my own. I gotta go buy some more ammo, but I got my own stash, so they can do what they want to do. But if somebody run up over here, my pillows. James Bell, thanks so much for the super chat. Clint, why the sudden pull out of Afghanistan while leave all of the weapons? The answer is cause China own our government, follow the money. The Chinese profit from this move. I think that's kind of what happened, y'all. If I had to keep it 200, if Biden get impeached, Harris becomes president, fine. We can find a reason to impeach her. Then if Harrison get impeached, Nancy Pelosi becomes president, that's fine. We'll find a reason to impeach her. I don't think many people realize this. God help America. I mean, these people, listen, the Congress is going to be the Congress no matter who's the president. I want y'all to understand it. They can't sign no more executive orders than Joe Biden did. They can't get any weaker than brain dead Joe Biden. Cackling Kamala and brain dead Joe Biden, they can't get any worse than that. So, I mean, I don't know where y'all, these people are already in charge. Pelosi is already she's the head of the House, Senate, and Pelosi the Senate. Chuck Schumer is the House. Okay. So she's already running stuff. She's already got her mouthpiece out there. Kamala Harris is already doing dirty deals behind the scenes. And then you got Joe Biden out there circling the drain. I mean, I don't think it's going to be any that much crazier. Thank you for doing the live. Officer Tatum, Iraq vet, helped close down bases in 2010. This pullout plan was complete incompetent. Listen, man, like it's just weird to me that all of a sudden we pull out. I mean, I know that there was supposed to be a plan for us to pull out, but all of a sudden we pull out and we just do it all wrong. I think Joe Biden and China organized this. However, the people, the Afghanis and the Taliban didn't do what they said they were going to do. Shockingly enough, China said, "Get out of there. Y'all get out of there. We got our special interests in here. Y'all owe us this or whatever dirty deals our government been doing." In my opinion, based on the things that I've heard and seen with Joe Biden's family, ties with China, the way China participates and acts towards the United States of America, when Joe Biden was vice president, the way he dealt with China, this is why I'm coming to this conclusion. And as a rational American citizen who's figuring this thing out, I'm giving an opinion about this. I have to make these disclaimers because I don't want YouTube coming back saying I'm causing a conspiracy theory. Like, this is my honest belief in good faith based on the things that I've seen. And the fact that China is already buddying with the Taliban. They got pictures with the Taliban. Leadership in China got pictures with the Taliban and all of that. And so they tell us to leave. We rush to get out of there so China can get in there, and Taliban don't cooperate like they're supposed to. And the region is even more unstable. And I feel like we had some agreement. Like, I wouldn't be shocked, not saying this is true. I would not be shocked that there was an agreement between the United States, the Taliban, and China. I would not be shocked. Not the Afghan citizens, but China, Taliban, the USA. I wouldn't be shocked if there wasn't an agreement that we'll pull out and leave you weapons. And China will take over like they said they would. However, somewhere along the line, stuff didn't go like they planned on. And now people are be made aware of the foolery. You cannot trust the U.S. government. Historically, they did not give a dang about our forces. Back in the day, I think, if I'm correct, back in the day, people who were presidents were people who served in the military. And sometimes they were fighting on the front lines. If I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong about our president. I could be totally wrong. But if I'm not mistaken, these people were warriors too, and they be willing to pick up a sword and fight. Our presidents now, they're not going to do nothing. They sit behind a desk and bark out orders. They're not going to put their life on the line. So why do they care? Biden ain't going to go to Afghanistan. He ain't going to look at Afghanistan on a map. He don't give a care what happened over there. Y'all are just a number. Y'all just a number in a calculated mathematical equation. He could care less. You just another number. Or in an internet coding system. You just one number. He could care less. You don't mean nothing. He don't have a vested interest in him losing his life at all. He's the most protected person in the world. He don't care what happened to you.
And I got one more thing in the not one more thing. I got another thing I am going to play, mainly because this is who used to be in office and how when it comes to playing chess and counting somebody's bluff, you tell when a New York tongue kicking, and this is what I'm talking about, because we got to realize who left.
And Iran knows that, and they've been put on notice. If you fuck around with us, if you do something bad to us, we are going to do things to you that have never been done before.
Period. Period. And the funny thing about this is, it's like it takes this kind of catastrophe and all this stuff to happen for people to realize that you lost by voting somebody in based on how you feel about another person. What about how you think about the person? Your feelings can be different than logical Emotions is different than your logic. Left brain and right brain. Right brain is based on emotions for the majority, for the most part. Left brain goes on logic. If you voting based on your emotion because you don't like somebody, you're gonna miss out on everything you're supposed to be thinking about because of how you feel. You got all this heart, no brain. But you perceive yourself as what? Common sense. That's what you thought you had, but common sense for a specific reason is not that common. For this reason. And I don't blame people for voting the way they did vote because it's you're brainwashed. I can't blame brainwashed people, but they know not what they do. Like really, you don't even know that shit. You wouldn't set yourself up to get hurt logically, but you know, chaos. The chaos is the realms of confusion. So you put enough chaos out there, people will do anything in desperation. But once again, appreciate y'all for coming right now. And if you're coming after the video, like, follow, share, and subscribe to your boy, DJ Vision. Appreciate everybody for coming now and after rewatching this video or coming after the videos posted. I do have a little bit more for y'all. I'm gonna get a few more people on here if I can. If I can't, I'll be closing out sooner than I thought. But like I said, appreciate y'all coming. Y'all doing a good job. Support my channel lately. I'm getting more views than I expected coming on here late at night. But you guys, I could really hold y'all to a good standard. I see one person that came in. Hey, let me know you're here. I don't know who it is. You know, and give me a thumbs up or a shout out, something. Share. This, like, follow, share, and subscribe to your boy, DJ Vision. All right, let's get it.
So, talk about a rough week. Ben Psaki spoke, but somehow I don't feel comforted. The president seemed defeated, lost between spasms of anger, then followed instructions to use a list of reporters given to him by whoever is really in charge. And Jen was just Jen, acting as though she was doing us a favor instead of her job. A job I wouldn't wish on my worst enemy. And besides, Carino already was press secretary. I go back to one question, though. How could everyone but the people in charge not see this coming? Maybe they were so busy distracting us that they got distracted while distracting us. Look, I'm an English major magazine editor turned class clown with an obsession over unicorn. How can we have any confidence in our leaders? I wouldn't let them lead my paintball team. They make the Bay of Pigs. Maybe General Milley should put down the Robin DiAngelo and pick up the art of war. The upside, no more arguments over the meaning of the word stranded. We got a good visual of that at the podium yesterday. Biden is stranded, when really it's on the Democrats and the media. They only wanted Joe to win, but not to govern. And now he has to lead, and he can't. And don't even think of impeachment. Who could replace him? It's incredible how the woke embrace has destroyed the Democratic Party. You can't lead a country you think is racist while obsessing over pronouns and crackpots and violent the mayor who decided to make peace with Antifa while shafting the cops. We chose a regime that stones women to death for showing too much ankle at the expense of our troops. So why so many smart people making bad decisions? Well, maybe they're not that smart. Or maybe politics polluted their decision-making, driven by a still fresh loathing of Trump or our country itself. Having to get out by the end of August was a political choice, a self-induced deadline with the emphasis on dead. Not providing adequate security, another political choice. We couldn't have that many troops there, right? That's bad optics, they thought. Well, I got worse optics. A target with more sitting ducks than a decoy factory. Remember how under Trump it was a new crisis every day, every hour? CNN told us the walls were closing in. From the Steele dossier to the tax returns and every phony scandal in between. Those scandals were the good old days. High caloric, low nutrition, outraged junk food. Senses of sheer incompetence. So what do? Well, I'm no military general, but then again, does that matter? We must take responsibility for our people over there, get them all out, and obliterate those responsible for the bombings. And when we're done, we can decide what to do with Joe and the rest of that clown car. Think about this. After committing 20 years to one effort, we accepted the very opposite of that effort, quickly and without looking back. Like a husband who tells his wife and kids that he's going out for cigarettes, only to never return, leaving his loved ones vulnerable and unprotected. Someone should pay for that. But in the meantime, I don't want to hear about January 6th, climate change, mask mandates, or voter suppression, or whatever gassy, stupid political theater you're trying to peddle until you figure out how to get us out of this mess. But maybe asking them for help to get us out is as stupid as relying on the Taliban for the same thing.
You can't get
My
better.
life changed in a single moment.
Yeah.
But I was determined that my first
You
dream
got me hyped.
wouldn't be my last.
When I started to say I want to be a music
You got me
producer,
hyped.
I remember hearing
Did you
people
hear what your
laughing.
man said? He
The biggest
said,
thing holding me back.
Three.
Tonight's guest.
There was.
He's so white he thinks oatmeal is ethnic food. Fox News contributor Tom Shalhoub. He's the second most popular Joe on the show. Writer-comedian Joe DeVito. He's the third most popular Joe on the show. Comedian Joe Mackey. And the first thing she does when she wakes up is thank the gardener for mowing around her. Fox News contributor, Matt Joe Hip.
Well, but anywho, before we get deep into that, because y'all can go watch it when y'all got the time to. This is about this channel, but I still had to pay some respects to who makes sense and common sense. Your thoughts. Leave it in the comment section below. Like, follow, share, and subscribe again. Yeah, leave your comments below. I need to know your opinion on what's going on specifically about that. About Afghanistan, about giving the people that you know that attacked us weapons, negotiating with them. The people that created something called 9/11 that changed our nation forever and history. You give them our literal weapons. They got at least 125 planes, jets, fully equipped. All of them have some kind of firepower. Every last one. I mean, talking like this is almost like it's a no point because it's like it was a setup. Like they planned it. It ain't like an accident. They didn't accidentally do it. You know, logistics. Studying logistics myself, being a law enforcement and being in a military family, it just doesn't make any logical sense. You can't make a linear progression on on point A, B, C, D, E, even with plan A, B, point 1, 2, 3, and 4, which means I'm gonna go here, execute, go there, execute, go there, execute. Then you have backup plans based on if your executions don't work on time. Plan B's and plan C's on plan 1, 2, and 3. If 1, 2, and 3 don't go right, you gotta have a plan B for plan 1, a plan B for plan 2, and a plan B for plan C. I mean a plan B for plan 3. So if you're not setting up a logistical operation in which you could change things during the course of your operations, you can't act like you're a competent leader. That's what competent leaders do. They can change things on the fly and fix it like that. General, what do we got? Major, what are we looking at? And compile intellectual strategy, not based off emotion and I just want my people out of it. Like, come on. Plan, then execute. Practice it. Plan ain't really gonna be nothing. And your execution never gonna exist. So planning has to go with the future. Can't kick out what you already planned. You can't kick out what the last boss planned with no plan. We're just gonna do it tonight, and then get mad when shit goes awry, and then say, "Well, it ain't my fault; it's his fault." No, you changed the whole plan. The date set with logistics, saying we're gonna get our people out, we're gonna get our stuff out. Scrapped all that because you were in charge. So as we learn, just like the mafia, once another boss gets in office, bosses do what they want to do, and it doesn't matter how much peace the last boss had in a specific area tactically, especially when it comes to war. The next boss throw out everything if he wants to use his power. And he'll do it at all costs. What bosses do. Be a stupid boss. You can be a boss, but a stupid boss. Because you still have authority, But the way I look at this presidency, it's not necessarily him running anything. He's a shell of a man, a face with a suit on. He has a card in a list of people that he's supposed to take questions for. Trump didn't have it. He could look at you, remember your faces, and already know that you just propaganda, trying to pick and pry at something that don't make sense, and literally divide with your tongue. Beginning with identity politics that leads into separatism. And I'm an anti-separatist. So, a lot about me. Only reason why I would even separate myself from a group of people is if they are toxic to the fullest extent. Because we all have family members that are toxic, but you still deal with them. Then you got some that you're not going to deal with. You keep that over there. I love you at a distance. And that seems like what we're doing right now with this country. It really seems like what we're doing right now. I'm going to bring something up. I'm going to bring something up, but in the meanwhile, we really do got to get some things together. We really do got to realize what is going on here. And it's being a lot of cards being played that we ain't paying attention. It was like chess, A lot of pawns are being sacrificed for the benefit of the king. It's always going to be for the benefit of the king. That's the whole reason it's signing up to be a pawn. The greater good. Even if it's being ruled by 52 fakers, gypsies, seances, and mystical prayers. That's reality. Count your cards before you do spades, baby. 52. But I mean, that's reality. That's reality. We gotta wake up. And I believe that we are gonna wake up soon. Real soon. But the we is gonna be people that have to deal with things on their line. People that ignore the world outside them until it hits their front door. We have been paying attention to this as far as you. I know you're smart. You're talking about you. You're perfect. You're smart. You're close to perfect. You're smart. You know what's going on. You really woke. But I'm talking about this whole crap. And I'm gonna give you an example of this quote unquote woke.
My name is Val.
Crap. And here we go with this example of quote unquote woke. Crap. Like we gonna get into this. You're gonna be saying this with me. All right, let's get into the house. Ready?
Delivering with Uber gives me the flexibility that I need in order to keep up with my studies. I always knew that even with the financial support that I had.
All right, guys. So AOC is finally kind of speaking out about what's going on in Afghanistan, right? And unsurprisingly, instead of focusing on the Americans that are still trapped in Afghanistan, or criticizing Biden for screwing up the withdrawal, AOC instead wants to focus on refugees. As she went and did an interview with The Independent, in which she basically called for the U.S. to take at minimum rock bottom 200,000 people, right? 200,000 Afghan refugees, right? Or whatever is necessary, okay? Whatever is necessary. She does not have a cap on how many people she thinks we should let in this country. And she went on Joy Reid's pathetic show to double down on this idea that we need to take as many people as possible. Take a look.
But we're also still trying to get as many people out as possible. Talk about raising the cap. How can it be done? Why should it be done now?
Well, to speak to today's attack, what happened is just an absolute and utter travesty. And these Marines that have passed away, 13 now, and a total of 60 Afghans that died in these explosions. We have, this is the human cost of war. And this is what makes war immoral. And when it comes to the devastation that we have seen in Afghanistan, the United States plays a role. We have a responsibility. And in order to carry out and in order to make good on the role that we have played in this violence, we have a responsibility to make a home for the people whose lives have been upended by interventionist U.S. foreign policy. And so as a result, I'm proud to have co-led a letter with Representative Barbara Lee to ask and urge the Biden administration to, as they set their refugee quotas, to make it no less than 200,000 in the upcoming year.
I gotta tell you, I found it mighty strange how AOC, whom believes that this country is systemically racist, right, and systemically sexist as well, right? She believes the country is systemically racist and systemically sexist. Why is it that she's so gung-ho about these Afghan people coming here, right? Why is she so gung-ho about it, right? I really don't understand. Because she doesn't seem as concerned about the Americans that are trapped in Afghanistan and can't get out. She's not that concerned about that. She's also not concerned about the fact that Biden screwed up this position where we have to even consider this, okay? People want to get on Trump, right, because he lowered the cap, right? He lowered the refugee cap to like 15,000 or something like that, right? People want to get on him because of that. But at the end of the day, man, look, I actually kind of understand why he did it. He did it because he's like, listen, we just can't be letting thousands and thousands of people into our country from these foreign countries that don't share the same culture and values that we do, right? At the very least, without extreme vetting, right? Trump understood that. Look, guys, I'm going to tell you something. Foreign policy is not rainbows and roses. It's just not. Okay, this is the same way I feel about immigration. You know, look, in the ideal world, if I knew that all these people were law-abiding citizens, I'm not saying most of them aren't. Most of them probably are, right? That, you know, love American values, that want to be in this country, that are going to be contributors to our society. Look, if I knew that for certain, okay, if I was omnipotent, okay, if I knew everything, then sure, right? Sure. But the fact is, we don't, which is why extreme vetting is required. And you notice how AOC doesn't say anything about that. And that's what frustrates me about progressives. Everything they vouch for is so emotional, right? It's based off emotion. It's not based off how the world actually works, right? And I've told you guys, I'm an advocate of helping out the people that helped us, right? You have to help out your allies, okay? You have to do that, right? But at the same time, we have to be smart about how we do it. These people have to be vetted extremely. And not only that, some of these other countries need to be taking these refugees as well, right? Some of these other countries that invaded with us, like Britain, okay? I think Canada was a part of it. Maybe they got to take them as well, right? Pakistan, whom low-key supports the Taliban, they got to take some people as well, right? Speaking of countries and taking refugees, right now it is estimated that between 75,000 and 100,000 Afghans are eligible for resettlement in the United States under the Special Immigrant Visa Program. Okay, that's the estimate. Now, again, depending on where you go, depending on what sources you read, you know, some people are saying it could be more. And the SIV program, that's the program that, the interpreters would fall under, right? In terms of getting a visa to stay in the United States, right? Now, listen, man, like I said, you got to prioritize and vet regardless, right? You have to prioritize and vet. And we got to ask some of these other countries to alleviate this, okay? We got to ask some of these countries to help, right? Because they invaded as well, right? They have responsibility as well. And some of these other countries that are so-called allies, their countries culturally are just more in line with some of these Afghan refugees. But, it's funny how she's not calling on these other countries to do what they need to do, right? Because some countries are offering refugees and some are just like, nah, we just going to reinforce our borders, right? So you got Iran, they're setting up emergency tents, but they're urging repatriation if and when safe, right? So they're like, we'll put y'all in tents, but, y'all got to go back eventually. Pakistan is going to keep their refugees close to the border, right? So they're not really letting them in. Now, to be fair to Pakistan, they have taken a lot of refugees over the years in a program, I believe, that is done with the UN. Okay, but I think they kind of closed up or limited the refugees as of recently. But I mean, I'm one of these people that's under the opinion that Pakistan should have an open borders policy with Afghanistan, considering how, again, they're the ones that low-key support the Taliban, right? So they need to take all the Afghan refugees they can get. We need to be calling on Pakistan to do more. They need to have an open border policy as far as I'm concerned, especially if they want to call themselves an ally of the United States. Turkey, they just straight up building a wall, right? They're just like, we'll help stabilize Afghanistan with Pakistan, but we put up a wall, right? We put up a wall. We not letting people in here. United Kingdom, they're welcoming 20,000 people over several years. 20,000, not 200,000, 20,000, right? Canada is going to resettle 20,000, and they're going to prioritize minorities, including LGBTQ Afghans. So only 20,000 for Canada. You should be asking them to take more. Why can't they take more? Okay? Australia says they have no plans on Afghan refugees. Let's read this. Australia said on Wednesday it had no plans to allow tens of thousands of Afghan refugees fleeing the Taliban, citing security reasons. Prime Minister Scott Morrison said Australia, which is notorious for its hardline offshore refugee policy, would instead provide Afghans with at least 3,000 visas over the year. I note that some are talking about figures of 20,000, but I can tell you there are no clear plans about that. Australia is not going to territory. Morrison told these conferences again. These guys are like, listen, bruh, we can't do it. Security reasons. Again, it's foreign policy, immigration policy. You got to throw the whole like humanitarian thing out the window, guys. That's not how it works in the real world. I'm sorry, it just don't. Switzerland says I'm not saying we shouldn't accept some. What I'm saying is that we definitely should accept those who helped us out, women and children. Do as much as we can, but there has to be a cap. We just can't let everybody, right? We just can't be saying as many as necessary, right? There's nuance. All those people that we do accept need to be vetted, but that's not what AOC is talking about. Switzerland says they refuse to accept large groups. They're just like, nah, we're not doing it. Okay, you got to apply for asylum, right? On a case-by-case basis. If Trump says that, they will say that's inhumane. Austria is refusing, right? And yeah, so all these other countries, they're putting their security concerns first. Or at the very least, they're not taking hundreds of thousands of these people. What needs to happen is we need to push a lot of these people to be resettled in Qatar, and some of these other Muslim countries like Saudi Arabia that claim to be allies with us. Hey, look, y'all got to take one for the team. Listen, these people, some of them want to be Americans, that's fine. We'll take what we can, right? To a certain extent. But they're more closely aligned with you guys culturally. Y'all need to take some of these people, okay? We'll pay you off. We'll do what we got to do. We'll backdoor deal, whatever. But y'all got to take some of these people because they're more culturally aligned, okay? With the U.S., on the other hand, it's a whole different culture, right? And that cultural friction can create problems. That's why we have to be careful, right? And AOC always want to talk about, well, we screwed it up. We went in there. We should have been in the first place. You screwed it up. Okay, so you can criticize us for going in there and screwing it up, but you can't criticize Biden for screwing it up on the way out. And why should the American taxpayers have to pay because of what the Washington bureaucrats decided to do? We didn't decide to go into Afghanistan. We didn't decide to do that. That's what the politicians decided. Okay? So we have to now foot the bill for what the politicians did, the mistake that they made. When we have homeless vets, we have homeless Americans that we aren't even really taking care of like that. But now we got to take care of other people. Again, that's not saying they shouldn't come. Some of them. I don't know about 200,000, right? But I'm just saying, like, I have a nuanced opinion on this. My opinion is, let's just focus on vetting them first, and then we'll see how many we can take. That should be what the focus is. Yes, I'm all about being a humanitarian. I'm all about helping people. I'm all about them having a better opportunity in life. But just like immigration, right, when it comes to Mexico and the southern border, it has to be done legally and in a way that is going to protect Americans first. Period. But let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Most importantly, share a Black conservative perspective. Peace.
At Comcast, we work around the clock.
And there it goes. You know, so I've been on here for 30 minutes. People come on here. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be moving that. As this closes, but in closing, I'm assuming I'm about to close because I don't see nobody coming on. But well, I guess I'll try to get some. I guess ain't nobody coming on. Nobody watching. So I guess I will close it out right now. But appreciate y'all for joining. Like, follow, share, and subscribe to your boy, DJ Vision. It's a little shorter than usual. I usually make about 45 minutes to an hour. It's 37 minutes in. I haven't had one person come in, talk. I don't respond if you came and looked, guys. So peace. Appreciate everybody for coming in. Like, follow, share, and subscribe. And your boy is out.